Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with Weapon Shop Fantasy by Dig Dog Studio, an early access title currently on Steam. That is a pretty cool little game, if I do say so myself. If you're familiar with Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop, you're probably going to be a little familiar with how this game's going to work out. So, let's get right into it and start taking a look-see. As you can see, I've already started my own game here under Thebro. And it should be pretty cool. I'm a little ways along, a couple of hours, not too far in. So let's go over a couple different things. This is a weapon shop, as you can clearly tell. I really like the whole 16-bit aesthetic, the whole Game Boy thing going on. Very enjoyable. At the top left, we have money. We have staff members here. Staff members can be moved around via clicking the move button and then picking them up and dragging them to wherever you want them to go. For this particular case, we're going to leave this gentleman right here. You have a bunch of different missions to accomplish in the game, and you deliver essentially products or whatever it is that you've done. In this particular case, I'm trying to get 5,000 gold so I can progress the story. And I will be rewarded with a new map of a new area, I suppose. There's deliveries you can do. So this guy, he wants a spear, and we can make that for him. So let's go ahead and do that. Click cha. Or wait, the spears are under the other one. The spears are on the wood table, the crafting table. Here we go. There's a spear right there. Now we're going to craft it. It costs us 13 dara, or gold, to actually create that spear, and then you wait for the little bar to chink up. Boom, it's done. You can do other things while you're crafting stuff. For example, I'm gonna make I like to make these things because they're pretty cheap to make, and we can sit there and craft up multiple items like this. Nice stuff, nice stuff. So now that we completed that spear, let's go back to the delivery and let's actually deliver it. We're gonna get paid 223 gold for it. Boom, wonderful. Alright, so it'll be 3 hours before the next mission appears on that one. So we can take a look at some of the other missions that we have here. So like 3 soft leather, 2 earth essence, 20 soldiers armor. That's actually the one I want to do. But I need a bunch of various materials that I do not quite have yet. If we look over here, the soldiers, I need copper ingots, small leather, and ice essence. And these are all very difficult materials to get. So how do you get materials? Well, this is a wonderful question and very pertinent to the game. We click here. Basically, you have to have a horse. You have to have an adventure on the tile. And then you click. And this is where we want our person to go. But we want to make sure that our person is all geared up. Which, as you can see, Hope here is indeed all geared up. She's got plenty of stuff. I don't really have rings, though. But I have lots of other great stuff for her. An iron sword, iron shield, traveler's hat, woods armor, and so on and so forth. You have different qualities of your equipment, as you can see. So this is a soldier stone sword. It's not as good as the one she's got. An inferior stone sword. Oh, that's a good sword right there. The king. Ooh, that's a really good one right there. 35 to 37 attack. So we're going to sell these two, actually, while I'm sitting here on the screen. But we're going to keep these other two fellas because they pretty nasty. Actually, we're going to sell that one too, but we'll keep this big one. So anyway, we're all geared up and ready to go. So anything else we need to look at? Nope, everything looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and send her on her way. We are playing on easy for this particular run through. And she's off on her way. And Mark, I know, is already good to go, so we're just going to go ahead and send him on his way too. You can basically watch them as they go on their adventure to gather materials. And as you can see here, she's chopping down some trees. And he's mining out some stone, iron ore, whatever. She's going to be fighting this octopi. And smack her with her iron sword. That's right. Give him the business, girl. Give him the business. Wonderful. So they're both doing great, gathering materials and whatnot. Now, the catch is if your heroes die whilst on their adventure, they will lose all the gear that they got. But no one actually dies in the game, so if they, quote, die, they don't really die. They retreat and come back, and they gain stats as they adventure, and they get better and stronger. So it behooves you to keep sending them out multiple times. But you need to be careful, because every time you send them out, it costs a certain amount of money to do so. I think for him it's like 20 now, 20 gold pieces every time I send him out. But you can pretty much make up for that pretty easily. What I like to do in this early stages of the game is I just like to grind these stone swords because they're worth a pretty penny, and they don't take much to build. They just take wood and iron ore. So they're literally really easy to make. So I kind of just spam those and sell them. Plus, you have to pay wages to your person for each item that you build, so you want to make sure that the price is over the wage you're paying. But then you also need to consider how much the goods are to make. So like wood sticks, it costs 5 wage to craft just a wood stick. So you want to be careful that you're not going over your budget, essentially. Make sure that you're actually making money. It looks like both of our adventurers failed, but their stats went up. Mark's HP went up, which is exactly what we need. But he was robbed, so he lost all his materials. But we're going to send him right on back out there to go get more money. Hope also failed, but her HP is up a little bit higher. And we're going to do the same. We're going to send her right back out. All right. So one of the last couple things I'll show you. Again, I'm very early in the game, so this is mostly a first impressions. I'm only about... Oh, wow. He, like, immediately died. You suck, Mark. You suck. All right. So aside from the missions that you can complete and having specifics for each one of your staff members, so on, you also have upgrades that you can get. Hardware upgrades being like a new forge, a new crafting table, new enchanter, new horse, so on. More chest space. So basically, you can store more items. You have boss skills, which is literally your skills being the boss. You can unlock more additional production slots, which basically production slots, which makes it to where you can queue up items. So the fact that I'm able to queue up items now was not a feature that I had early on. And as you can see, I have 2 stone swords queued up there, and we can just go here and make a bunch more branches and sticks and so on. So that's basically how that works, and I think I'm gonna bring him back. I need goods. Oh, fudge packets, run! So you can retreat them, and then you can get all the items. But if you retreat them, you don't actually complete the mission, which is preferred. You kind of want to complete the mission. So upgrading, everything can basically be upgraded in this game. And in particular, if we can upgrade to a better horse, has a 25% chance to keep materials when failing, which is a pretty nifty little trick, that's for sure. We're going to send him back out. So yeah, this is basically Weapon Shop Fantasy. I mean, it's a really simple game, but it's actually a lot of fun. Like I said, I probably spent... Did Hope find a boss monster? Uh-oh. No, Hope! I was going to retreat you. Damn it. Adventure failed. It's a really simple game, but I actually very much enjoyed the time I've spent with it thus far. I want to get further in it. It's very addictive. Again, if you played Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop, you know how addictive these games can be. And again, I'm always a huge fan of tycoon-type games, so this is right up my alley. And it helps that this game is also very simple. The user interface is a little interesting, and it's strange that you can't just like pick up your people. You have to click move to pick them up. But I guess that's just how they made it, so whatever, no big deal. It's not really that big of a deal. The user interface, for the most part, is pretty simple to use, so there's no real complaints there. And for an early access game, it's absolutely wonderful. Like, I mean, this is a fun little game, and oh, I got an even better sword. Wonderful. So yeah, I would highly recommend it at only $6.99. Definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested. But anyway, this has been Commissar Bro. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video has helped you, even though I'm like stuttering and all over the fucking place, because you know I'm getting so out of shape with using my videos and whatnot. So anyway, this has been CB, and I'll see you guys next time.